It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up, everybody? It's Wednesday in the new year. Happy New Year. It's 2026. Time to pick up sticks. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Time to do it again. 'Cause the news is sometimes not my friend. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What is up, everybody? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Damn. We're getting through this month already. This year is moving. This year is grooving. And I got some news articles to prove it. So this first article is called MTV RIP, because as of December 31st, 2025, they shut down MTV. You know, the 24-hour music channel that I would jam out to when I was younger, that exposed me to so much new and different music that I hadn't listened to. Started in 1981, before I was born. They're pumping out the hits. That's crazy. Like, the internet is killing everything. We already talked about AOL and how they couldn't keep up with things, and dial up, and that shit's wild now. And wow. And you know what they did as the last song in their goodbye? Video killed the radio star. And goodbye. Wow. Yeah, everything is changing. The world is, I got to see a world where I could turn on the television and watch music videos. Shit, I haven't seen a music video in fucking years. And guess what? Unless I get on the internet, I ain't. So that's where we're at. What else is going to get shut down in 2026? Wow. That's crazy. And again, so you understand, this is the music portion of it. They still have MTV, but not the 24-hour music videos. And MTV is just turned into bullshit. Just a bunch of reality shows. And damn it, I hate reality shows. I remember when they really started. Survivor. Like the 2000s. I remember that. I had never watched an episode of fucking Survivor in my life. But I remember the first season and that season finale of Survivor with that, what's his name? Richard something. I remember my grandmother was like, we're going to sit down and watch this. I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about this. But now that's what it's going to be. No more music, all reality. Only reality. That fucking sucks. So I call this article Casino Law. This woman was in Colorado, and she went to the casino. She sat down at a machine next to this guy, but she didn't notice that the machine had credits. I've been to a casino a couple times. I don't know what the fuck is going on at all. Not my thing. I don't like just giving my money away to nobody. So she sits down at the machine. She throws in some extra money. But what she didn't notice was the credits. And the guy sitting next to her, well, his wife was using that machine. And in Colorado casino law, if you even pick up a fucking penny off the ground, you're going to jail. So this woman, when she did that, she won some money. Then the fucking gaming people came up to her and was like, hey, go ahead and put these bracelets on, 'cause you're a fucking criminal. And like I said, her husband was sitting in the seat next to her. he didn't even inform the lady, hey, my wife was using this machine. She just, she got the shits or something. She was so happy. She just had to go to the bathroom. He didn't say a damn word. So what I'm thinking is that motherfucker knew what he was doing. Just trying to fuck somebody's day up. But yeah, it's a violation. So if you go I've seen videos on YouTube or probably Instagram where someone found one of those slips, a cash out slip. If you don't hold on to that fucking slip with your life, that could be someone else's. So, and plus you got to check out the laws for that in whatever state you're going to be playing in case you drop some shit or want to walk away. You will be issued a citation under the Fraudulent Acts law. So seriously, this is a warning. If you go into the casino and you jump on a machine that has some credits, you could be escorted out. Now, this woman paid the money back. It was like $134. She paid it back and went on about her way. But yeah, she had to be cuffed up. So be safe out there when you're gambling. This one's called The Phrase. This guy went to a place called the Calabasas Coffee House. And he used this phrase, can I get the third door? And apparently this phrase is supposed to be special and only used for celebrities. Because, when them motherfuckers go out, they get what they want. How they want it. I want this steak flown in. I'll be there by 6 o'clock. You better have that steak flown in. So he went to the place. He tried the phrase. It worked to a degree because when the guy came out, he was like, hey, how do you know that phrase? You know what? We got you. So the guy did get a couple of free things, but he also noticed how the manager acted and thought to himself, I don't think this is the real deal for what you would get. You'd probably get taken up to the rooftop of the building, probably given caviar that was harvested that day, coffee that was probably ground as it was being flown in, just crazy shit that celebrities get. But I think they gave him like a matcha and a piece of cake and told him to shut the fuck up. And yeah, there's phrases for celebrities and popular people all over the world. Now people are going to go out and try and figure out phrases. They're going to get online and start Googling and getting on Reddit and trying to figure out phrases. Like, oh yeah, bibbity bobbity. And they're like, holy shit, how do you know that? Come with me right this way. Yeah. I don't want to be that famous. That's too much. That already's, with different, amounts of money that you have in your life, there's still problems. Always. I don't need that extra shit. Yeah, I get my friends together. I'm like, hey, you want to go to this steakhouse? And I walk in and I'm like, bibbity bobbity. And they're like, oh shit, right this way. And then you watch the animal get butchered and processed right in front of you. I don't know. That's the crazy shit celebrities do. You might go to a different place. Bibbity bobbity. Then your wine is from 200 years ago. Oh, this was imported from fucking Egypt. This is the shit that the pharaohs were sipping on. I don't know. Just wild shit. I don't want that kind of shit. That's too much. That's a lot of pressure. But yeah, there's definitely going to be people trying to figure out different phrases that celebrities have to get those fringe benefits. This article is called The Petition. Because what people have done now is they went on change.org And if you know anything about change.org, that's where you go to get petitions started to get shit rolling. And right now, people are pissed off at Nicki Minaj because she supports Donald Trump. She was at that Turning Point event with Erica Kirk, and people are like, go fuck yourself. These people don't actually fucking care about you. And over 70,000 people have signed this petition to have her deported back to Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. This is real shit. She has pissed off over 70,000 people that they're like, get the fuck away from me. That's a wild thing. Wild. But that's what's happening in the world. Me personally, I don't know why any people of color right now are getting involved with any of these, with the president, any of these Kirk people. Listen, I didn't sit down and watch any of this man's fucking lectures or his interviews or anything like that. All I know is none of the shit that he was saying when people were making clips were good. Nothing seemed legit. He had a little something to him, you know, when we were hunter-gatherers, we had to notice the small little changes in people so that we could figure out if they were friend or foe. And everything this guy said had foe written all over it. Like if they said, hey, Chuck, you want to go up here and be at one of these Turning Point events? Fuck no. No way. I'm not going to be the token black guy for them. No, absolutely not. And that's what she should have said. No. All these motherfuckers are turning back every piece of civil rights activism that it has been moved throughout the years. They're just turning it back like nothing ever fucking happened. And again, you got to think, the president is what, like 80. He was born in a time where they were still saying wild shit to any person of color. So, you know, make America great again. That scares me. Because I tell you who wasn't involved back then. And if they were quickly eliminated. Any person of color. So, yeah, we're fucked right now. But yeah, look, I don't feel bad for her. She doesn't have real friends. That's what that comes down to. Because if my friend said, hey, I'm going to be going to this Turning Point event and going up on stage, I'm going to be like, are you fucking stupid? Do you even want friends? Social pariah. Now there's people out here that want her deported. And there's over 70,000 signatures. Chuck might even get on the bandwagon. But hey, life is all about living and learning from your mistakes. So we'll see how this goes. I'll keep you posted. Don't worry. And speaking of dumbass dickheads, I need to watch the Chevy Chase documentary. I've already seen some clips, and apparently that's just him. There's always been stories of certain celebrities that were just complete assholes. One, I remember always hearing about Bruce Willis being a fucking dick. And then two, always heard about Chevy Chase. And he did that show Community years ago, and I think got fired because he went on a rant and said some racist shit. And now they have a documentary. And the clip, he was interviewing with the woman, and he was being a fucking dick. And he's like, well, yeah, obviously. And he's like, obviously, you're going to cut this out. But they didn't. Just to prove a point, they kept that shit in. And that guy is a fucking dick. He was talking to her like she was a fucking child. She's conducting an interview on your behalf, and you're talking to her like she doesn't even know what the fuck she's doing. So maybe there needs to be another petition to have fucking Chevy Chase sent out to Trinidad. I don't know. But yeah, that's wild. See, that's what the money does to you. And the thing is, he's not even fucking funny. Nowhere has anyone said, oh, who's your top comedian? And Chevy Chase even been in their top 20. So maybe you should sit the fuck down, bucko. So I definitely think for this week, I'm going to look into watching this documentary. Definitely get some popcorn, have a couple of brewskis, and laugh my ass off. Because now everybody's like, yeah, he's a dick. He's an asshole. He's a motherfucker. I'm like, dude, I've been hearing this for years. Even before the internet really started, getting wild with it. Don't forget, I'm a millennial. I was here before the internet became, I don't even know, not even what it is. Because when I was growing up, dude, I saw Two Girls, One Cup shit probably on YouTube. Dude, back then, I remember when YouTube, it was for information, for learning, for understanding. And people really got upset, which I mean, yeah, but it's a learning tool. People were showing how to pick locks. And people were like, why are you showing this? You never know. You might get locked out. We can't say if people are going to use things for good or evil, but it is here. Hopefully you use it for good. And even then, I'd always heard Chevy Chase was an asshole. So I'm going to check it out. I don't even know where to. I think Netflix. Shit. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out because I don't have Netflix and I'm not paying $23 a month for one show. Because I got other streaming services, but I barely even use them. Barely. You're like, hey, did you see that movie? No. If I'm a movie guy, I'm going to the theaters. And then I'm going to maybe see it one other time in my life, maybe twice. Never know. So, yeah. This article is called Black Saved. And it's talking about a longtime leader of the Ku Klux Klan, this guy named Thomas Robb, the national leader of the Ku Klux Klan and head of Thomas Robb Ministries in Arkansas. He made some racist remarks back in September, and I never even heard about it over the holidays. This is the first time seeing it. But what he's saying is that in spite of what people say, the Bible doesn't address black people hardly at all. He also said Jesus was intended for white people and claimed that Christ's arms are not wide enough to include everyone. And this guy has led the KKK since 1989 and has attempted to rebrand the organization, referring to himself as the national director rather than the grand wizard. And he has a church, and he is spewing hate. He also said black people can be redeemed, but not saved. This is just a fraction of the shit we have to deal with, and it is 2026. It's these older people with their wild beliefs. And guess what year he was born? 1946. Who else was born that year? Trump. Like I said, this kind of thought process is coming from these older people who lived in that era. But guess what? When they all die off, there's going to be a big fucking change. And I mean, it's going to be slow, but it's still going to be bigger and better than what it was. 2 articles, 2 different people, same year, and they speak horrible about people of color at any given time. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's move on to the next article. This article is called The Kennedy Center Honors because every year the Kennedy Center, I'm not calling it the fucking Trump Kennedy Center, it's called the Kennedy Center. And they have events and they honor different people and they have guests. And one of the guests was CeCe Winans' sister. And CeCe Winans, I knew her growing up because my grandparents would listen to her gospel albums. She's a singer. Now, again, I don't know why any person of color would be exposing themselves to this type of bullshit at all. They need to check the room. You know, this is the wrong climate for that. And now she is facing backlash because she has praised her sister for doing the Kennedy Center. Like, hey, my sister was there. This is great. Why? Why would you? They need a token black person. They need a token Spanish person. They need a token Indian person and a token Asian person. You're just the token. I don't understand this. This will be the next. These will be the next people to be petitioned. You're going to lose everything because you want to get a little publicity. Ooh, I almost couldn't say it. From doing this show. Because no one's heard from you in years. No. Do something else. You're going to fuck your whole career for one night. Then I saw another article talking about how the trustees that are making this name change, well, it cannot be undone without congressional authorization. And guess who's got all the right people for that? Uncle Donnie. And then it says the Kennedy Center's bylaws were seemingly changed amid Trump's takeover to bar ex officio members from voting, leaving only Trump's own appointees. So this is not ever going to get changed back. That's where we're at. We're at some wild, it's going to be some dystopian future in probably about 20 years because he has set a ticking time bomb. It's going to be slow and steady. The hate is going to build up and then we're just going to fucking collapse and crumble. Other countries are laughing at us. We are just fucked. Be careful. Please be careful. And then this last article out of Florida, it's called Runaway Ball. So at Disney World, they have a Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular. The fucking boulder veered off course and was headed towards the audience. This ball is 400 pounds. So one of the workers jumped in front of the ball to redirect that shit away from the group that was watching the show. And I saw the video. Wow. Listen, the ball hit him and he immediately dropped. He didn't stumble. He fucking fell back. And he hit his head and he got fucked up. But he's a hero. He saved so many people because there was a lot of people in that crowd. This Disney World. Dude, there's motherfuckers in and out there all day. All I'm saying is they better take care of that motherfucker. They better treat him like the hero that he is, because he better get a shit ton of money because they saved gajillions. Could you imagine you're at Disney World and a 400-pound ball fucking hits you? The amount of lawsuits they would have to close down fucking Disney World to repay people. This guy saved Disney gajillions, and they better treat him as such, or Disney World will be the next place that motherfuckers will be petitioning. So they better do that motherfucker right. Because I'm telling you, he got hit and he just dropped. He didn't stand a chance. So be safe out there, because some people are not heeding the safety protocol. Someone fucked up. That's all I'm saying. All right, I think I'm going to get out of here. And this was a good start to the first Wednesday news edition of 2026. There will be more. There will be more. There's so many articles already. Yeah. Good shit. All right. I'll see y'all next week. Don't have too much fun over the weekend. Please be safe over the weekend. Don't forget, wherever you podcast, you can find me. You can also watch episodes on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's where I'm at. I'll post stuff. We have fun. And we enjoy our lives. All right? Be safe. And I'll see you next week. And don't be a piece of shit. Peace.